Absolute Batman number 6 picks up right where the last issue left off, with Black Mask basically telling everybody who he is, putting weapons and thing out there, and then everybody go crazy, kill, destroy, he will pay them money to do it. I still don't understand what Batman's plan was, what it is he think he was doing. I really don't. Just burning up that 200 million, getting your ass kicked, and then, just set on fire and turn off a roof doesn't seem like much of a plan to me, but that's what happens. So the thing about it is that now all the party animals are pretty much rampaging across Gotham City, doing as they damn well please. And Waylon Jones, aka Croc, that's Batman's friend, is at his gym with a baseball bat. There he hears a song, and he goes out there to see Bruce come in there, and he's staggering in. And then he gets to realize that, he sees the suit and realizes, well, and Bruce tells him because he's Batman and he needs his help. That's what's going on. For some reason, people think that was something worth doing or something like that. Meanwhile, the party animals are busting up everything in there. I'm in the city, getting masks and guns out of crates and all kind of thing. So Martha puts on one of the masks and realizes that the masks have a whole computer system in them. It identifies certain things, and you get to see the price of what it is. It have robbery is 50,000, arson is 100,000, assault is 150,000, murder is 250,000. And the more that you commit, the more money that you will get. Which brings me back to my same point that if Batman had just distributed the money, this would not have happened, but whatever. So when she does it now, she realizes that the target, well, one of the main targets is Jim Gordon. And he has, if you murder him, you're getting $1 million. That's what's going on. That's the great thing. But apparently it's not the only thing. They're going after everybody. There's a woman on a train and they look to attack her as well, but that's what's going on there in regards to it. So Batman has Penguin basically fly him in his plane because he's basically told them told the majority of them that he's Batman. No, he says that Waylon wants to punch you, Harvey wants to arrest you. Um, Eddie says he guessed it weeks ago. Who knows what Selena will actually? Well, she probably think it's hot and all of that. So he's in the plane and he's going to where Black Mask is because he put a tracker on him. So he gets him over there. Now again, Batman seems to be moving. I like he apparently wrapped his arms something like that. He used the thing from his thing that is help him walk with the kind of tentacle thing from his cave that's help him walk. He wrapped it around his arm and he's moving. But I still don't get it because your arm was broken. Even if you set it, you should not be able to move it like that. But somehow he's doing it, that's the thing, and he jumps out of the plane because he's going to where Black Mask is. He's looking to end this. So he flies down there. While he's going down, the DJ is just there on the thing going on, and Batman just comes crashing down on top of him. How he didn't kill this man instantly, because this guy has to weigh like over 300 pounds of just muscle. This guy should have been, and dropping from that height, he should have killed him instantly. All he does, he just puts a life jacket onto him and kicks him overboard. And then we get absolute Batman's version of daycare. Just to put it. The little kid thing comes at him with a knife. He grabs him by the tentacle here thing, right? Puts a life jacket on him, and I think that, and the little kid is saying, "What are you? Stop, man! I'm just a kid. You can't." He just watches at him and then just kicks. Just like this one good football kick right to the very edge. That was it. Just kicks him right over. And then the woman comes out. She sees what's going on, sees Batman, and she's just like, you know what? This ain't make it sense. She just jumps overboard one time and he just tosses a life jacket for her. I will admit, this was funny. The way he kicked that shit was just bloody hilarious. That was it. That was just bloody hilarious. It was like, you know what? I ain't gonna deal with this crap. Boop! Just, just literally football kicked him over the edge. That was it. And then she comes out, sees him, and just like, you know what? Nope. A dire jumps overboard. That was it. So yeah, meanwhile, the people out there are picking up the weapons from in these crates and things, right? And then they realize that, okay, it's not just Gordon. Martha Wayne, as the deputy mayor, she is also worth $1 million. So once they realize that, they're looking to cash in on that money and just kill, right? Because that's what's going on. Meanwhile, Alfred is on a plane with his daughter, who he brought there. He wants to get them out of the city because he knows what's going on. She tells him that, if he takes her now and takes off, she won't have a father anymore. So that's happening there. Meanwhile, Black Mask shows up to fight Batman. Comes no Batman kicks him there into the wall and then busts through the wall. Literally picks up a bowling ball and starts beating the shit out of him. Now, again, there are many who are going to look at this and say, well, yeah, you're getting payback and all of that. I don't mind Batman getting injured. I don't mind Batman getting a little beaten up and have to come back later for payback. Nothing wrong with that. My thing about it is he should have had an actual plan going in there other than let's just burn up $200 million and hope for the best while I swing some blows at it. You want to put a tracker on him? No problem. But you got to have some kind of plan going in, and he didn't. But he has the bowling ball here and he's beating the crap out of Black Mask. So that's happening. After he pummels him with the bowling ball, they crash through the ground again. He starts to use his fist to just beat the crap out of him. That's what's going on. And then Black Mask pulls out a garrote and gets it around Batman's neck and is literally looking to cut his throat. Now, I'm a little confused about it because I thought Batman's whole thing had armor even by his neck, but maybe I was wrong. It's possible. That's what's going on. So he literally is looking to cut his head off. So what does Batman do? His ears that usually come off his ears, they literally just realign straight down there. And he just uses his air blades to literally stab Black Mask through the eyes. I gotta admit, that was a hell of a way to do it, but literally stabbed him through the eyes. And I don't see any other way other than the fact that this guy is dead. Just said, this guy has to be dead. He has to be dead at this point because he literally sticks blades into his face, through his eyes, and would get to his brain and kill him. That's it. He's got to be dead. So that's what's going on. But apparently he isn't because reasons, I guess. So yeah, the party animals are still one person looking to murder Martha and James Gordon. Batman then drags Black Mask there with a literal life jacket around him and then throws him overboard. Right? The party animals are still kind of hesitating about killing Martha because they don't want to kill a woman, but whatever. Batman goes into the whole, basically the nerve center of where all this information is coming from and all the money is tallied and everything, and literally blows up the whole place. Like he that literally blows up the boat, which has all the information on board. He blows it up. So the system crashes and he then falls into the water and that's it. So now that they aren't getting any more money, they all just take off their mask and does that mean there's no money? Which brings me back to my point, Batman could have just give them the money in the first place and this wouldn't have happened, but whatever. So that's what happened and Martha just punches one of them and that's it. Yeah, everybody kind of slunks away and she and Jim hug. Batman is there floating on the water. And then once again, a literal submersible vehicle comes there, one of his own vehicle comes there, and Alfred comes on and pulls him on board. So yeah, Batman clearly don't need the money because he could build stuff like this. Alfred comes there and pulls him on board after, he was leaving him last time. I find out that was kind of forced, but that's what happened. He pulls him back on board. And he's, kid, if I'm sticking around, so are you. Now let's get you patched up. And he's looking to fix up Batman, and that's it. Now, I will admit that this issue had a lot more action and was a lot more fun than what happened before. The way he jumped out of that plane and literally crushed that bounce, that DJ and should have killed him instantly, but didn't. What he did with the kid, where he kicked the kid overboard, that was daycare 101 right there. The woman comes out, she's like, you know what? Nope, she gone. His fight with Black Mask, where he literally impales him through the eyes, that should like kill him instantly, but whatever, and he blows up his stuff. But again, come back to my point. If Batman had really used the money wisely, he could have taken down Black Mask's entire organization and humiliate him all in one go. That could have been done. But this was still a fun issue. It still had its good moment and stuff like that. So I will give Absolute Batman number 6 a solid 4 out of 5. Yes, I know it still have its issues, but that whole kicking that kid thing was just too funny. Not to give this a over the top, to give this some credits there. And the way that he impaled Black Mask through the eyes, that was hilarious. I did see that one come in there. So yeah, that kind of push it over, but it's still a fun read. It's a big, fun, goofy read, and that's what really makes it the best out of the big three. It's fun. That's what it does. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like it, really hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.